Greetings, everyone. This is Sayo, the Terror of Death 99, aka the Black Cobra. And this is Phoenix Wright, his attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Now, I do apologize for the absence I actually took over the weekend. I actually was feeling rather under the weather. Not feeling well enough to actually continue my live streaming. Anyway, when we last left off, we had actually just gotten to the one of the last trials of Trials and Tribulations. We're back in control. We're back with Phoenix versus Godot. Anyway, let's continue. We're once again on the trial of Miss Iris Hawthorne. Witness, is there something you want to confess to? What is it? What? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Dunham? The cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it. What? Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murderer? "3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat." Godot! You're a complete jerk. Pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Now then, witness, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone? Now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. Yes. The main family being the Faye family. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Faye. What? So not only do you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer? No, I'm not buying it. She's lying. Objection! Objection, Your Honor. Nobody's gonna buy that. Very well, Your Honor. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Thought I was prepared for the unexpected. I never imagined this case would wind up going in this direction. The real murderer. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. I'm not buying it. So it wasn't self-defense? No. I'm not buying it. That's garbage! There is no way she would actually attack her own daughter. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Is that right? Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday. That Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who really did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Gladly, Your Honor. She's still covering up. And I am not buying it at all. It's complete garbage. Hold it! Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection!
It was in the inner temple's training hall. Yes, I'm aware of that, Mr. Godot. No, she is not. What did you witness in the temple garden? So mystically strike Maya with her staff. That's garbage. Hold it. You're saying that the victim attacked Maya? I mean, Miss Faye? What were you doing at the time, Iris? Why didn't you stop them from fighting? This does not sound right. I'm not buying this 1 minute. I'm not buying this testimony at all. What happened after that? Hold it! She moved in to deliver a fatal strike? Wait a minute! What was this weapon? A dagger, huh? And Elise Dunham tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye? No. Do I have a problem with the testimony? Yes, I do. Godot. Damn right I have a problem with it. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. I'm aware of that, Your Honor. Very well. I didn't see any dagger. Hold it! She threw her staff away? No! More lethal weapon? I'm not buying it. Sister Iris, let me make sure I got this straight. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff? Yes, Your Honor, there is. It is odd. Hold it! I'm not buying this garbage. Witness, are you absolutely certain? I still can't put the pieces together. Unless I can find a contradiction in her testimony, Maya's gonna be taking the blame for this. Hold it! So you're saying Maya Fey was the one who stabbed Miss Elise Dunham? Sister Iris, is that really what you saw?
Objection!
Oh, don't you be tisk-tisking me there, Godot. It's supposed to be a metaphor. I know that, Godot. I like to avoid the whole spirit channeling thing if I can. Not only would it be inadmissible as evidence, but I think it might actually hurt our standing with the judge. First, I need to pick her testimony apart and expose the unnatural sounding parts. I don't know why Iris would tell a story like this, but there are two things I noticed that just don't add up. I'm not buying it. Something's not right. That's garbage! Objection, Your Honor! Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Miss Dunham throwing her staff away makes absolutely no sense at all to me. Naturally, you would know this, Sister Iris. However, but this victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Dunham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say about that?
Objection!
Something wrong, Godot? Technically, it's more of a fencing sword, but longsword can be a proper term as well. Actually, that's wrong. A longsword is unwieldy and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. No, it is not. Now, one thing I should explain. I'm sure some of you have actually heard of fencing swords. There's something I want to show you. Take a look at the blade. Fencing swords have blades exactly like that. And what are fencing swords used for? Close quarters combat. So what Godot is actually stating is completely wrong. It is actually, they're actually quite effective in close quarters combat because that's what they're used for. And what's actually interesting is that they're actually normally not Japanese they're not Japanese blades. They're actually normally used in Europe. Mainly Spain and England. Normally in Japan, they would normally be using a normal dagger or throwing blade or a katana. Okay, where's the other blade then? That's what we don't have. There's something strange about this whole testimony. Yes, I'm aware of that, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back up its argument. I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony cannot be trusted. Because Miss Elise Dunham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. In fact, I'm actually going to show what it is right now. Here you go. There's your proof. Elise Dunham would never have attacked Maya Fey. How can I be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Elise Dunham. Her real name was Misty Fey. There you go. There's your proof. Is she related to Maya Fey? Yes, she happens to be Maya and Mia Fey's mother. Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Yep. There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea. The idea that she would try to kill her own daughter when she hadn't seen it in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would try to do such a thing? One, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Stay on topic, please, Godot. What? That's blood on that blade. Okay, and why did I not see it when I was investigating it? I was investigating the crime scene, that is. Where the hell did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Yes, I did. Yes, I did investigate the pine tree. And I saw absolutely nothing. Okay, it was on the back side of it. That's why I didn't see it. Alright. Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. Actually, that's wrong, Godot. Please testify again, witness, about the incident you saw, the battle between the two women. Mr. Maya stumbled briefly after being hit on the head with the staff. Then she dodged Mr. Gillies' next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mr. Gillies was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mr. Maya stabbed Mr. Gillies. Mr. Gillies managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That's complete garbage. Maya already knew what her mother actually looked like because of, in fact, I can actually show you how. Because of this. That scroll. The one that was covered with gravy by Pearl. That actually is a picture of Misty Fey. And go ahead, Your Honor. I'll be glad to cross-examine her. Because the story she's telling is complete garbage! Hold it! Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all this? Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle. Standing near the garden stone lantern. To watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so I didn't think they noticed me. I'm not buying it. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck? Hold it! What happened to the victim's staff then? Not sure. The area was very dark, so I couldn't really see. It got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. Nothing sounds especially strange yet. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? Hold it! You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? Right there! That last sentence that she spoke. Mystic Maya was not herself at the time. Keep that in mind, everyone. That's gonna be very important later on. I'm not buying it. I believe the correct term and correct description of a corner fox is scared and petrified. Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next? Hold it! Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw? Almost certain. Couldn't really tell who was who. So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
Yes, I'm aware of that, Godot. Yes, I know that too. Actually, no. Very well. Two of them faced each other for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. Right there! Stabbed in the back, not the stomach. Nope. Hold it! Where did the dagger go? According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck in the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after the struggle. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away? I'm not buying it. Seems like a reasonable story at first. But there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing something. That alone is impossible, which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. I'm not buying this garbage. Damn it. I'm not buying this garbage. Objection, Your Honor. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What is wrong with your testimony? What is wrong with your testimony? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct? But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, correct? However, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. What is the meaning of this? Objection, Your Honor. You please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already. The point is, too much of this testimony just does not make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach? Too many inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Too naive? I think not. What do you mean? I don't need to know that, Godot. Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself now! The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Yes, I know that, Godot. Light. Hazakura has a rule that on nights when the acolyte is in at the Inner Temple training, the lantern in the fight must be kept lit. Yes, I know that. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for. Shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly then? According to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light the stone lantern. Impossible? So it was pretty much pitch black. Most enlightening. If the staff was dropped, it'll be difficult to see. Here's what the kicker is, everyone. He did say difficult, but not impossible. There are people who can actually see in the dark, myself included. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. That I don't buy. Oh, you're not getting me this time, Godot. Now, this part's gonna be very important, everyone. So we need you to pay very close attention. Maybe you'll rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Now, there's something that Godot actually said earlier in the case that's going to be very important right now. Right there. Written in blood. Bingo! So the judge didn't know about that yet. Yep. It says Maya upside down. I'm not buying it.
Objection!
Something wrong, Godot? We're talking about the message written in blood. Right there. Like I said, this part's gonna be very important. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. His eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Bingo! That's what he meant by that. He can't see the color red. That's why he thinks that the stone lantern was clean as a whistle. Anything further, Godot? Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. I don't buy it. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you, witness? Sister Iris's cover-up. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shito to alter the way the wound looked. So you move the body. A great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. Even so, I never imagined that at least Dunham was actually Misty Fae. I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor. I intended to return near temple after taking care of the body. But you were spotted by the head nun, correct? And that's why I couldn't go back. Gladly, Your Honor. Hold it! So you waited until everything was over before making a move?
Objection!
Yes, I know that, Godot. Isn't your job as the judge to mediate the argument? Hold it! So then you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Faye? That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position. I'm not buying it. Hold it! Why did you do that? Thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene? No, I'm not buying it. Hold it! It's pretty amazing you can make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge. There's one thing that still bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much more easier than dragging it all the way to the Hazakura Temple. I'm not buying this. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge? Hold it! Snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later. Use the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. This is the part that was in question the other day. Something does not fit. I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it. Something's not right. No, I'm not buying this. If you really didn't move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks that left in the snow, correct? This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? But I can only see one set of tracks here. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. Kidding me? Oh, this is very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make any sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony. Does it have something to do with the case? You're damn right it does. All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record. Very well. Hold it! There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear. I think I've trapped her this time. If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it would mean there's a bigger hole in her story than the movie The Grid Revelations. Gladly, Godot. You want my theory? No problem. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she do something like that? It's only one reason I can think of. And I know exactly what that reason is, everyone. In fact, I'm actually going to show you what that reasoning is. Objection, Your Honor. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just is not possible at all. This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do I say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and it caught on fire. It's because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down. Looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.